Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I'd like to talk a little bit about uBreakiFix. It's no secret what I think of most repair franchises. I think that in an industry that has a very low barrier to entry, that you are much better off creating your own brand, creating your own company, your own customers, rather than buying into another brand and then getting customers through their branding, their website, their name, when for the amount of money that you're going to be paying to do that, you could just be doing it yourself. Further, when it comes to certain franchises, the level of quality that you expect out of them, the standards that they tend to have for their employees versus a lot of the small businesses that really care about the quality of what they're putting out tends to be different. This is really just another one of many reasons that I don't recommend getting involved with a franchise. And today it comes from uBreakiFix. So this was sent to me by a uBreakiFix employee. From uBreakiFix, we have noticed an increase in individuals claiming to be uBreakiFixers posting on public forums or discussing topics with customers that speculate about the policies and quality of devices from our partners and also breach our non-disclosure agreements with our partners, as covered in our confidentiality and non-disclosure agreement. Do not speculate on partner policies or OEM devices to customers or externally, such as on public forums or social media. Do not offer commentary to customers about the quality of a device, the prevalence of alleged problems with a device, or otherwise speculate to customers about issues with the OEM's devices and policies. Instead, we should only offer technical information from diagnostics performed. Example. Note this is merely an example and not based on any real experience or data. My balls. Problem. Dark spots on a display on a device where uBreakiFix is an authorized service provider. Improper response. Hi, customer name. I've seen this a lot of times before. It's a big issue with your phone type. You should reach out to partner to see if they'll just replace it, since it's a known issue and will probably happen again on your device. Proper response. Hi, customer name. It looks like the issue you're experiencing will be covered under partner's manufacturer warranty. As an OEM authorized service provider, we have all the tools and parts required to make your phone like new, and we'll be happy to take care of this repair for you. Proceed to create a work order and set repair time and expectations. And there is also a picture. Knowledge-based training. Question 3 out of 4. Sharing confidential and proprietary information that in any way concerns a uBreakiFix business partner on a public forum violates the uBreakiFix confidentiality and non-disclosure agreement and can result in civil and/or criminal liability against me personally. The answer to this is obviously true. So let's go over what this means. One of the ongoing conversations that we have, you and I, is regarding what is wrong with many of the devices that I work on. Whether or not this is a one-time defect, how this could have been prevented, whether or not this is a defect that we see on a regular basis. There is also a recurring theme in our industry of manufacturers pretending there's nothing wrong with devices when there clearly is. Like with the iPhone 6 Plus, where Apple had information early on, way before they released their pathetic $149 discounted Touch IC repair program, where they knew that the phones were having many more problems than others. They kept that information hidden. It's common. It's going to happen. The people that know this information or that figure out this information are going to want to tell people who are their loyal customers so that they know how to spend their money in the future. My loyalty as an independent repair shop is not to the manufacturer of the product. My loyalty to as an independent repair shop is to the customer, the person who's giving me money for my services, who wants to know deep down, what should I buy so that I never have to give you money again? And even if you are an authorized service provider, at the end of the day, as a repair technician, as someone who chose to do this as a living, your loyalty is going to be to the customer. That is what gives us our credibility. That is why when I was wearing basketball shorts, when I was 19 years old, dead broke, going from door to door doing my MacBook repairs on the subway, people trusted me more than the manufacturer because I did all of my work in front of them. I explained everything I was doing, why I was doing it the way I was doing it, as I was doing it, and I was honest with them about my thoughts. I didn't self-censor myself. And what uBreakiFix is doing here is they're asking their stores and their employees to censor themselves when dealing with customers, to not tell them the truth as they know it, to not on their own time say things on public forums. Keep in mind, they're not saying you said, not just you said this to a customer, but you said this on a public forum and we take issue with it. So when you clock out of your job at uBreakiFix and you go to a Facebook group and say, yeah, I see this phone all the time with this issue, it's common and it may be a manufacturer issue, you can't do that anymore. And if you tell someone like me about that, there is a civil or criminal penalty for doing so. At least they'd like you to think that that's the case. My personal opinion is that the money is not going to be worth it. If you want to start your own repair shop, start your own repair shop. You don't need to buy into a franchise. If you want to be a repair technician, start your own business. You don't need to work at a franchise. I would never in a million years recommend that people choose willingly to work for businesses that act like this. And you may think this is a terrible time. It's a depression. It's a recession. I started my business in a recession. A recession is actually an excellent time to start your own repair business, because at this time, even if the price between repair and buying a new one is really small, a lot of people want to keep that money in their pocket. So the demand for repair is going to go up and up and up as people decide to fix what they have rather than buying new when they can no longer afford it. Don't tolerate this, because this is again, it's one of those slippery slope things. But I don't think that it's good for the industry that we slowly begin to accept that it's okay for us to stop having those types of honest conversations with our customers that have become part and parcel of how we do business here. I have no problem saying out loud when I think a device has an issue and is most likely to have that issue again and again and again, and tell the customer the honest truth based on my experience. And it's up to them whether or not they disagree with it. In fact, you'll find on Google and Yelp, several of my one-star reviews, I think some of them are filtered now, actually say, they refuse to do this repair for me. Yeah, because I would rather that you keep the $300 than you give me $300 and then 2 days after you're not able to file the chargeback, the thing dies again. We value being able to have these types of honest conversations with our customers, and anything that is going to get in the way of that has no place in the repair business. That's it for today, and as always, I hope you learned something.